Yo, party people in the place to be. Good mornings, good mornings, good mornings, good mornings, good mornings. What's good, everybody? Microphone check, 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 check. Let me see. Check, 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 check. Let me make sure everything is in order. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the I guess it's a good morning with Uncle Freezie. It's generally the 718 boy slot, but Bully Boulevard 73 is out and about doing his thing, man. Salute to him, grinding away, doing his thing. Corey Lee, I'm not for sure what's happening with Corey Lee, but here we are. Here we are in this spot. Instead of canceling, I decided to jump on and rock the microphone. You know, salute, 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 salute to the chat. Fritz Alcenda is in the building. What's good? Coach is in the building. What's good, man? What's good? So I have the microphone to myself for a few minutes. And so what I want to do is Soulfinger is in the building. Soulfinger, what's good, man? Hit him up is in the building. Salute, salute. So while I have the microphone to myself, man, I'm just gonna um um rock about a few things that I think I need for y'all to talk about in here, as opposed to being reactionary. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. So I have a few topics that I want to talk to you guys about. And for those that saw the thumbnail, you know where I'm going with this. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Um, what is to become of us after February 8th? What happens beyond February 8th? Right? Um, how important is Evan Fournier and the Evan Fournier contract, and what our stance will be leading up to the February 8th trade deadline. Pastor Jay is in the building. Chuck Allen is in the building. Knicks for life. With our guy, that's our guy, man. Salute to Chuck. Jay Boogie in the building. Jay Boogie says good morning, blessings to all of y'all. Hope everybody is in the greatest form of health. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Salute. Torres is in the building. What's good, Mr. Torres? What's happening? Jay is in the building. JM is in the building. What's good? Salute. So, what I want to talk, what I'm going to talk about briefly is a couple of things that I think makes sense in Nick's universe, and then I'll backtrack from those. Right, I'm going to speak to the destination, and then the journey, and then where we are. So I'm going to try to speak to that in that sense, to make sense of why we are embarking on the journey by speaking about the destination first and working our way backwards from that. Matt, stay fly in the building. And so I'll start by talking about speaking about what's going to happen beyond February 8th, what to expect beyond February 8th. Because right now we are hell bent on trying to um right now most NBA fans are in a doomsday prepper scenario where they feel like they have to get everything in place before this day occurs. The trade deadline expires, right? Goes by the wayside. What happens? What to expect at 4:01 on February 8th, right? That's our question. That's what everybody is interested in, right? Marcus, what's good, man? Nick P in the building. We are so obsessed what about um about February 8th at 4 o'clock that I don't think we understand or care about or even know about everybody's plan post February 8th. What are we going to be? So with here's the thing with that. So first of all, you can still make moves after the trade deadline, right? You just can't make trades. So let's establish that. You can still make moves after February 8th, right? You just can't make trades, right? And then you get to a certain date, and I think the date is April 1st. Oh no, I think the date is March 1st. I think the date is March 1st. Once March 1st gets here, you can no longer make give out multiple years on contracts, I think. TGK is in the building. Old man 803 is in the building. Salute to the Carolina King. Old man 803 is in the building. TGK is in the building. Pastor J is in here making people laugh. Talk about an Alec Burks reunion. So here's our thing. Post February 8th. My belief is that depending on the significance, the significance of the trades that happen before or at the trade deadline, I think it's going to let you know how busy the Knicks are going to be after the fact. I think all those the contracts that we worry about at the end of our bench are in jeopardy. Yes. Yeah. You need it? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So based on the move, the significance of the moves that we make on or before the February 8th trade deadline, you'll see the back end of the roster get shuffled up, right? All the guys that you know that are on the Knicks roster that are holding on to a roster spot by a thread will be in jeopardy. And the reason why I say that is because if for an example, Chris Paul is not traded at the trade deadline and he is bought out by the Warriors so that he can pursue a championship with another team, then the spots that are held down by the likes of Ryan Arcidiacono and others may be in jeopardy because those spots can then be handled, can be given to a Chris Paul. the guys that are on rosters that are. Yeah, says Chris Paul has another year. Does he? Is that a team? Does he? I thought that was a. Is that a team? I think. Or just for an example. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. But just say, for example, somebody. I don't know. Just whatever player that's whatever veteran that's a pending free agent. But thank you for that information though. As a matter of fact, I can go to Spot Track and check. I thought Chris Paul had a team option, but I'll double check that just to make sure the conversation make sure the information is accurate. East Blue Drew is in the building. So the Knicks can be active in the buyout market after the trade deadline, is basically what I'm getting at. And I think you can expect the Knicks to be accurate. I mean, be active in the buyout market after the trade deadline. With that said, East Blue Drew says CP3 Wash better not pay him. I know they missing. Nah, well, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not for sure. Yeah, Burks and them. Yeah, I feel you. I feel. Yeah, those guys. The point what I'm getting at is the buyout market though, and I don't think Alec Burks is going to make it to the buyout market. I think Alec Burks is going to get traded because he has value where other guys don't have value. Jerry Fitz is in the building. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man, salute. So the thing is, what I'm getting at is don't just get caught up on the February 8th trade deadline, because there'll be moves to be made after the February 8th trade deadline. And everything is going to be nuanced. It's not as simple as, the trade deadline comes and goes and the Knicks are stuck with the roster. That's not the case. Right. And what we should be, as Knicks fans, what we should be interested in after the February 8th trade deadline is, are the Knicks going all the way in, or are they saving resources for the summertime? And I'm here to tell you that my belief is that the Knicks are going all the way in. Space Ghost is in the building. Salute. My belief is that the Knicks are going to go all in. Right? The Knicks are going to go all in on acquiring talent to help Randall, OG, and Brunson. That's my belief. And my furthermore, I believe the Knicks feel like they are one or two trades away from competing with the Boston Celtics on a basketball level, not on a corner barbershop level, right? Not in a work cafeteria level, not in a work break room level, right? Not in a mall food court level, not on a random internet show level. My belief is that the Knicks believe that basketball wise and tactically, they are one or two small moves away from competing with the Celtics and keeping all of their resources, or most, and keeping about 80% of their resources. And so, what lies beyond February 8th is going to look like a chess move, a series of chess moves that reinforces the Knicks' belief that they can compete with the Boston Celtics. The Milwaukee Bucks, they're not worried about the Bucks. The Bucks have right now, the Milwaukee Bucks have the 17th ranked scoring defense or something like that, something crazy, right? I think the Knicks feel like the defense they have right now can beat the Bucks if their offense shows up. Right now, as we speak, flat-footed today in the mirror, looking in the mirror, like how I am looking at you, the Knicks feel as if, and this is my belief, the Knicks feel like right now, today, how I'm looking at you dead in your face, they feel like they can beat the Bucks if they get good games from Randall and Brunson. Right now, just with the addition of OG Anunoby, that's it. They added OG Anunoby, and they feel like they can compete with the Bucks. That's how I feel that they feel. Now, all of this is speculation on my part, and generally I don't, but it's the trade deadline. The trade deadline is the trade deadline to be here in blase blah number of days. Who knows, man? What, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know. I don't care. But I think they feel as if they can't beat the Celtics with this roster. And what's the point of being able to beat Cleveland, Miami, Milwaukee, and you're this close and you can't beat the Celtics? Because at the end of the day, a second round exit is a second round exit, regardless of who you lose to. Right? Ivory 10, is this Ivory 10, is this true? A second round exit is a second round exit, regardless of who you lose to, right? Now, what I expect, right? What I expect. What I expect is a multitude of things. I expect Quentin Grimes to be traded on the trade deadline for scrap parts. Just get him out of here. Right? That's what I expect. I expect Quentin Grimes to be gone on the trade deadline. Like right, the day before, the day of, whatever. I expect him to be gone. Because he's making noise like that in the year that he needs to get a contract extension, the contract extension offered this summer. And I saw them wait to the season start to offer quickly in a trade. I don't think they're going to do that with Grimes. I can't see them going into next season with Grimes on the roster. Wiz is in the building. Wiz says move IQ today. I think Wiz, did your calendar flip backwards? Is Wiz in 2023? Good morning, Wiz. Good morning. I expect Quentin Grimes to not be a part of a major package, but in a separate package to somebody that wants Quentin Grimes. I could see Grimes to Atlanta And I could see Grimes to Atlanta. I could see Grimes to San Antonio. Um, I can see Grimes to. I think the ideal trade for Quentin Grimes, and I'm just going to speak to this really quick and then move on. Right? I think the ideal trade for the Knicks is Quentin Grimes to the Houston Rockets for Tari Eason. And I know a lot of people don't know who Tari Eason is, and I think he's hurt a lot or whatever. But Tari Eason is just a bench piece for a team that's trying to get their NBA life together, so to speak. The best is in the building. Okay. I can see Grimes to the Rockets for Tari Eason. Something like that. Frank Matos is in the building. I can see Grimes shipped to Atlanta for a Obi type trade. A couple of, I can see Grimes to Atlanta for like 4 second-round picks, and not good ones either. I'm talking about spread out over the next 8 years, like 2 seconds in 25, 1 in 27, and 1 in 29. Some trade like that. Where it says Grimes for Tari Eason. Okay, Mike, hey Freezie, I have a dream today. Well, yeah. Oh, I'm just that's a random trade whiz. That's not. I'm saying that's just something random, like a player on one team that feels like he needs to be getting more playing time for a player on this team that feels like he needs to get more playing time. That's all. That's all that is. That's all that is. Jerry Fitz is in the building. Jerry Fitz says, it's got to be a good combo of Grimes, Fournier, 22 million. Money out has to be equal to money in, regardless of draft pick. So Grimes by himself won't fetch anything that moves the needle, and we need to move it. Yeah, no. Well, in this case, think about this. In this case, though, in the case that I'm making, there are a few guys that are going to be moved by the Knicks. Well, not a few, but a small. Well, I guess a few is a small handful, right? A small handful. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? I honestly believe the Knicks are in a situation where even Jericho Sims may be moved. Even Jericho Sims may be moved. Why do you need Jericho Sims when you just traded for Precious Achua? And maybe you traded for Precious Achua because Jericho Sims doesn't fit the timeline anymore. Maybe you brought in Dante DiVincenzo because Quentin Grimes doesn't fit the timeline anymore. And no disrespect to them about the timeline, but the timeline moved up when you acquired OG Anunoby. Maybe the timeline has been accelerated. Things happen. And there are no winners or losers in a timeline moving forward. In the grand scheme of things, the championship timeline was always the most important thing, right? Eddie F, am I lying? As long as we've been on YouTube rocking together, the championship timeline has always been the most important thing, right? Not the player, not the coach, not the front office, not the draft picks, not the crowd, not the NBA landscape. In the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, the championship timeline has always been the most important entity. Now, when the trade deadline, when the championship timeline moved up, some things were sacrificed. Just like when the championship timeline moved back, Melo had to go. You remember that? Remember how it looked like we couldn't win without Melo, and then we traded him for Doug McDermott and Enes Kanter? Y'all remember that? When it looked like we went as far as we could go with Melo, then Melo had to go. All the vets had to go. J.R. Smith, Amon Shumpert had to go. Tyson Chandler had to go. All those guys got to go, had to go. Porzingis had to go. Tim Hardaway Jr. had to go, right? But now that the timeline, the championship timeline has moved forward, the kids got to go, right? Because it's not about the kids expediting the timeline. It was always the kids and the championship timeline growing at the same time. But since the championship timeline grew faster than the kids did, now the kids have to go. Yeah, a lot of those turnovers last night, man. Yeah. Precious has just got to get used to catching those fastballs, man. If those passes were Hartenstein would have caught those passes last night, for the record, by the way, y'all. A lot of those passes that we saw got bobbled, Hartenstein would have caught those passes and it would have been like nothing. Right. But I'm staying on topic for the sake of the flow of conversation. Right. Manny Aguilar is in the building. I don't see Sims getting minutes, but Grimes still contributes. Yeah. So, but here's the thing with Grimes. If you're unhappy with your role and you're not really producing in the minutes that you're getting and you're making noise, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. And no disrespect to the guys that were here and were looking to contribute and all these things and blase blah, whatever. The timeline has moved up and everybody doesn't fit. Sorry. Yeah, and for the record, Fritz Alcindor was right about Chris Paul. Chris Paul does have 2 years left, and I don't see an option either. I was looking for an option. I don't see any team, franchise player, whatever. No option. Right? It's just 2 more years. Bobby Santiago is in the building. Bobby Santiago, fresh off the red carpet, is in the building. Santiago, what's good? He says the front office is playing the game. Just hope the other teams are willing to play the trade game with them. No, hey, so respectfully, turn that around, turn that around, right? Flip that around. NBA front offices are playing the game and just hope that the Knicks are willing to play the trade game with them, right? Because the Knicks want to make a move. You know that. And the Knicks have assets. You know that, right? The thing about the game, though, the thing about the casino always wins, right? But the Knicks are not the casino. The league is, right? But the Knicks are the one coming into the casino with all the assets. But the house always wins, right? But they can only win if the Knicks play, right? If the Knicks don't play the game, the house can't win. The Knicks can come in and just drink all night and not play. That's my opinion on it, right? A lot Wise is in the building. Salute a lot Wise. Just keeping it a stack with everybody. Just keeping it a stack with everybody. Um, February 8th is going to be a day that most of you guys are going to remember for the rest of your life, sports wise, right? I'm not comparing it to the day you got married or the day you started your own business or the day you retired or nothing like that. But sports wise, Knicks wise, this is going to be a day that you remember probably for the rest of your life because it's important in that the Knicks at this trade deadline can go from an also ran middle of the pack, mediocre, purgatory type franchise to one that's a legit contender. Now, with that said, I think the Knicks front office feels like they're already there and they're one or two moves away, right? Right now, I think the Knicks front office is thinking about June, and Knicks fans are thinking about February 8th. Yo, salute to the family. Boulevard 73 is in the building. Salute, 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 salute. Bully says, salute, morning, peace. Shout out to the chat. Blowout, nice win. Salute, Quick and RJ. So I have a thought about Quick and RJ, right? I'm gonna get to that in about 10 minutes as we prepare for old school Knicks in a few minutes. As a matter of fact, I still ain't sent AD the link. Let me send AD the link, man. Let me stop playing. Send Anthony D this link. All right. So I've been in contact with new school Knicks. We might be getting new school Knicks back, everybody. So we might be getting new school Knicks back on Sunday mornings. Yo, the new school Knicks dudes is fire. So salute to new school Knicks guys. We may possibly, who knows? Chef NYK is in the building. DDX, what's happening? Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. What lies beyond February 8th in June? Okay. In June is what the Knicks are thinking about. If you're a Knicks fan, are you also thinking about June basketball? June basketball. Think about this. Is June basketball something you guys are thinking about, or do you want to continue to just build organically and see how things play out? If we make it to June, that's okay, but you would rather try to build something long term and sustainable, maybe not take advantage of this window. And if you think that way, I think that is reasonable. Quiet money is in the building. He said salute. Yeah, man. Salute, salute. I was looking for the comment. Yeah, we are some good scenes following. I'm worried about maybe Jerry Fish. That's not that wasn't the question. That wasn't the question, Jerry Fish. The question is June basketball or grow organically. There's no fill in the blank right here. It was just those two choices. Which do you prefer? June basketball or build organically? And I'm nudging Jerry Fitz. Y'all know I respect Jerry Fitz, so I'm just nudging him a little bit. I'm just bumping Jerry Fitz a little bit. Which do you prefer, June basketball or build organically? For a lot of us, we were build organically until we saw the progress. Now we're saying June basketball. And for some of us, we see a facade of June basketball, but we know sometimes we overstep our stance, reaching for June instead of growing organically, and then we're in the lottery again. So whichever one you decide, that's the point. That's on you. That's on you, right? Whichever one you decide is on you. I'm not saying there is a right or wrong answer. The question was asked so that we could further the discussion. This is not a standardized test, right? You're not at the DMV where one wrong answer could get you in a DMV for 8 more hours. Nah, it's not. It's not that type of party, right? It's not that type of party where you know I ask a question and then you have to go back and study. Nah, I'm asking for your opinion. So I'm going to talk about the Evan Fournier contract really quickly and then a little bit about the trade deadline itself and who we should look to get. And then we'll transition into old school Knicks. Right. And everybody listen, for the sake of how this looks on YouTube, to viewers, what I'm gonna ask is I'm gonna at some point close this show and then open up old school Knicks. Want y'all to come back. Anthony D will be with me on that show. I'm rocking in the 718 boys spot, right? The old I'm rocking in the new school Knicks spot that was filled in by the 718 boys spot, right? And then transitioning into the old school Knicks spot. So when y'all see the joint, man, when people when people are viewing this, they know the Sunday morning shows are generally about an hour. So y'all already know the vibe. So I don't want to run anybody away. I want all of y'all to stay right here so that I can answer y'all's questions, read y'all's comments, right? Read y'all's comments and just have this conversation about what's to come, right? What's happening right now, and how to inventory where we are, right? Inventorying where we are right now, to me, is the most important conversation we should be having going forward. Two conversations. What do we have that's movable, right? And what lies beyond February 8th are the most important conversations. Keeping tabs on another NBA player and their progress right now is important. Like watching DeJounte Murray hit game winners is nice, right? Right. But if we don't have the assets to get DeJounte Murray, why are we watching? So let's talk about Evan Fournier for a minute, right? A lot of you guys don't like Evan Fournier. A lot of you guys, a lot of you guys don't like Evan Fournier. Um, I can't say that. Um, I can't say that I'm with you on that one. I like Evan Fournier, right? Does he frustrate me? Yes. Have I fallen victim to random narratives about Evan Fournier? Yes. Do I regret falling for narratives about Evan Fournier? Yes. But the most important thing about Evan Fournier right now is the Evan Fournier contract, which in my mind is delightful. Evan Fournier and Evan Fournier's contract are two different entities. Evan Fournier and Evan Fournier's contract have two separate values, but Evan Fournier's contract is no good without Evan Fournier. If that makes sense in y'all's mind. If I said that correctly. Bully says, get the protect. Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Y'all should have been did that, man. Hey, Bully, I'll send it. I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him. Walter White is in the building. Evan Fournier's contract. Let's see. Bully said after 5. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Man, hey, that man busy saving the world, man. Shout out to our brother Boulevard 73, who is coming back off an injury saving the world. Forgive me for putting your business out there, man. But when dudes be out here like Superman, man, you just want to shout them out. My man coming back coming back from street clothes to save the world. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother, man. We love him, bro. Salute to our brother that we love, Boulevard 73, who coming back from injured reserve to save the world, and with and doing it too. And doing it. Bully said. Oh, okay. Yeah, no doubt, man. You know how we feel about you, bro. No doubt, no doubt. My man coming back off injured reserve, he back like a superhero, right? But here's my thing though. Here's my thing, just really quick, and just gonna try to stay on this topic, man, so that everybody can understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Right? Evan Fournier's contract is crucial in acquiring more NBA talent. And once you get rid of Evan Fournier's contract, it's going to be hard to make a move for NBA talent without moving OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, or whoever. Right? You can't move, in theory, you can't move Josh Hart until next summer. Right? You can't move Josh Hart until his money kicks in. And his money doesn't kick in until next year. Right? So if you just, for instance, in the stupidest move ever, the trade deadline comes and goes, and you just buy out Evan Fournier, it's the stupidest move you could make, because now you don't have that money to match in a contract to trade for a star. If Evan Fournier comes off the books outside of a trade, it's stupid. I don't care. You got to move Evan Fournier by the 8th, or pick up his team option next year for $19 million and then trade him at next year's trade deadline. It's just something that you have to do. Is it fair to Evan Fournier? No. It's just business. It's business. It has nothing to do with Evan Fournier being a good player or not. But if you buy out Evan Fournier, you freed up $18 million and you're still over the cap. So you still can't go out and get nobody. Or you'll be over the cap because you got to re-sign OG and Hartenstein and whoever your key free agents are. So you can't go outside the family to improve the team. So Evan Fournier right now is walking the plank. Evan Fournier's contract is basically walking the plank right now. Evan Fournier is a goner, because if not, then you got to at least start playing Evan Fournier to rehab his value. And now you're talking about tinkering with chemistry. And now you're talking about Evan Fournier filing a complaint to the NBA Players Union because basically the Knicks are holding him hostage and decreasing his ability to make money outside of his contract. All right, so I got like 3 minutes, right? So I got like 3 minutes, y'all. So here's the thing I want to say real quick about the trade deadline. All right, so the trade deadline is coming up, and what I want to insulate you guys against, prepare you guys for, is all the mess that's going to be headed your way in the next 2 weeks. All the mess that you're going to hear over the next 2 weeks or so. Over the next, how many days is it? What, 16 days, something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't count the days that closely, man. I don't, for the sake of not cursing, I could care less. But you, as the Knicks fan, should be prepared for the Knicks name being in every trade rumor imaginable. This is what I prepare y'all for every trade deadline. Knicks for clicks. Get your info and your intel here so that we can break it down here. Be prepared for people that want to grow their subscribers and things like that over the next few days. My source tells me the blah, 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 blah. They tried to get me involved in that mess 3 years ago. I don't do it. I talk to y'all specifically. People DM me, Uncle Freezie, my source is telling me, yo, my cousin's sister's uncle's assistant works for Leon Rose's secretary's cousin. And she said, and I'm no, we're not playing that game. It's me and you. And if you're looking at me on TV, look, I'm looking you dead in your eyeballs. Look at me. It's me and you. It's us. It's us. We'll take down, we're parse participles together. We'll break down information together. But don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the streams that you used to. On that note, I'm going to end this right here. I'm going to start Old School Knicks in about 2.5 minutes. Right? Come right back. Don't make me go looking for you. Come right back. Right? Don't make me come looking for y'all. Old School Knicks in about 200 seconds. Peace, everybody.